All right, hi boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about evaluating expressions. An expression is a sentence with a minimum of two numbers and at least one math operation, okay? So today's goal is that the steps to use when evaluating expressions, these steps are known as the order of operation. So we're going to practice order of operation, and then you'll have a Google Classroom assignment to complete after that, okay? So let's practice. One thing that I know about order of operations, and that you would probably remember too, is the PEMDAS. Remember the PEMDAS acronym? I'm going to change it up just a little bit and call it GEMDAS. So G-E-M, GEM, does, okay? Because the G is going to stand for grouping symbols. So instead of the PEMDAS, the P, which means like parentheses, we want to know that the G is for grouping all the symbols, all the grouping symbols like parentheses, braces, brackets, those things, okay? So remember that we can do all of the grouping symbols that we've talked about so far in 5th grade, okay? And then the E stands for exponents, okay? So like remember when we did 10 to the 2nd power, okay? The M and the D stands for multiplication and division. So we know that multiplication symbols can be the X, or it can be a dot, or it can be like an asterisk symbol or star symbol. And then we also know that you have so we have M and D, A and S. Can you add or subtract? And so that would be, you know, adding or subtracting symbols. So this is going to give us our order. Remember that you're first going to look at grouping symbols, exponents, if they're multiplication or division sign, and then addition or subtraction, okay? So let's try solving a couple of problems together, all right? So if I were to have 6 plus 15, okay, plus 9 divided by 3, I'm going to use the GEMDAS acronym to figure out what to do first. Which order should I do first? So I'm going to go with, do I see any grouping symbols? Okay. So I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to put the GEMDAS up here so that I can cross it out as I go. Do I see any grouping symbols? Yes, I do. So I know I'm going to add what's in the grouping symbol first. So 6 plus 15 is going to give me 21. And then I'm going to rewrite the rest of this, plus 9 divided by 3. And then in this second step, I'm going to figure out what else do I have? Do I see any exponents? No. So I'm just going to cross out the E in exponents. Do I see anything where I need to multiply? No, I don't think so. So I'm going to cross that out. Do I see anything where it needs to divide? Yes. So now I know this is what I'm going to do next. I'm going to divide 9 divided by 3. So it's going to be 21 plus, what's 9 divided by 3? 3. Okay. And now the last thing to do, because I've already divided, I need to either add or subtract. And in this case, I'm going to add because I don't see anything to subtract. Okay, so I'm going to add 21 plus 3, and that equals 24. Okay, so that's my answer. All right, let's do one more of those together. So let me get another piece of paper real quick, and I am going to do one more. Okay, so I'm going to do 50 minus 7 plus 1, and so open parentheses, 7 plus 1, close parentheses, times 4, okay? And I'm still going to do the GEMDAS up top, just to remind myself of which order of operation to do first. So do I have any grouping symbols? Yes, I do. So I'm going to do 7 plus 1 first. I'm going to solve that first. So I'm going to rewrite everything else exactly the same except for this part. 7 plus 1 equals 8 times 4, okay? And then let's look at the next row. So do I have any exponents? No. Do I need to multiply or divide? Yes. And I'm just going to go right here with 8 times 4. So now I'm going to write everything else exactly the same. 8 times 4 is 32. And then I'm down to my last one. So should I add or subtract? Well, it looks like there's a subtraction sign. So I'm going to go 50 minus 32. And if I'm not sure what that is, I'm just going to go over here to the side really quickly and subtract, okay? I can't do 0 minus 2, so I'm going to make this a 10. And I'm going to borrow from the tens place and turn that into a 4. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 4 minus 3 is 1. So there you go. That's my answer, okay? One more thing we're going to talk about today, that is writing expressions, because when you do your Google Classroom assignment for today, you're going to have to also practice with writing expressions, all right? So in math, we can describe an expression with a phrase. Each phrase is a mathematical expression. Today's goal is that you're going to write the steps to use for the order of operation. So remember, we're still going to do GEMDAs when we write down those steps. We're still going to follow those guidelines. So let's say I have 6 minus, open parenthesis, 12 divided by 4, close parentheses, okay? Going with GEMDAs, I need to write an expression. I'm going to write the step-by-step written expression of how to solve this order of operation. So let's say I can say something like 12 divided by 4, okay? Because that's what I'm going to do. I have to do the parentheses first. Subtracted from 6. Okay, and if that's true, 12 divided by 4, yes. And then I'm going to subtract this answer from 6. That makes sense, okay? You can also write out the numbers 12, 4, and 6. Okay, let's do one more, and then you're free to go to practice on your own. Let's do 12 minus 6 times 12 minus 4. Let's do that one. So still thinking of the GEMDAs when I'm figuring out how to write this expression. Well, it looks like I'm going to be multiplying these two problems that are in the parentheses. So I could say something like the product of 12 minus 6 and 12 minus 4. Let's make sure that makes sense. So I'm saying the product, because this means product, right? So this is the product of 12 minus 6 and 12 minus 4. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so good luck today. Remember that to get into the Google Classroom, you have to go through your G Suite for Education, and that will take you to the link to work on your order of operations and written expressions, okay? You guys have a wonderful day, and email me if you have any questions or concerns, or if you need any additional help, all right? See you later, and this is my first time doing this on Zoom Meet, so I've got to figure out how to stop recording. Bye, you guys.